All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Fed's World Mobcast. Y'all know. Remember the last episode? We changed the name. It's a Mobcast. We the mob. All right. So get used to it. All right. So definitely good day today. Feeling great. We from Lakes, of course. South Florida, to be correct. Lakes to be specific. South Florida to be correct for sure. So definitely a good day. Kicking it. Productive day, I will say. It's a bit cold, a little colder than what I would like, but I'm not going to complain about it because in South Florida it gets really, really hot. So I guess when it's cold, it's not really as cold, but when it's hot, motorcycle. I don't know why I always got motorcycles passing by over here. It's crazy. But when it's hot, it's really, really like summers. I think the past 2 summers have been the worst I've ever felt in my life. Crazy. So I'm not gonna really complain. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy the little shift in weather. Not gonna. It's all about how you look at things too. It's all a matter about how you look at things and if you could, something could seem bad, but it's not as bad if you change your mindset and you kind of think of it as something good, because it's usually good. Just because the weather change doesn't make it bad. It's not like it's -0. It's or -1 degrees or something. It's just 30, maybe 40. Not gonna kill you. No, not gonna do nothing to you. So we all good. So welcome back to the Mobcast. We the mob. We here to tackle another subject. So I think if y'all see the title, it should be titled something like social media and consuming us and consuming. So I've always had a way that I look at social media. And when I mean social media, I'm talking about the Instagram and the TikTok and the Facebook and what we got, Snap, you got Twitter. I mean, there's so many outlets nowadays. It's crazy. We receive information so much faster than when I was coming up. We didn't really have any of it when I was younger. I remember Facebook was out, but it took me a while till I kind of got on social media. I was still obviously relatively young. I'm still relatively young, but younger, at least when I was younger, probably in my 20s. It took me a while to get adjusted to just the whole social climate, and being on Facebook and stuff like that. I didn't like once, because I think before Facebook, it was, put it in the comments if y'all know what I'm talking about. There was another Space. I can't remember the name. Space something. I can't remember. Or something Space. Squarespace. I don't remember. But there was something else before, obviously, Facebook came along. And people used to be on there. And I remember you could categorize, have your intro music going on. I just remembered some crazy. I don't even think I had an account. Maybe I had one later on. I don't quite remember. But really, I guess the topic that I'm trying to come up with here is social media consuming you? So the way I view social media, I've always viewed social media as something that should not be private. I don't think it's set up to be really a private platform, in my opinion. I don't think you should, at least for me, let's talk about myself. I don't feel like it's great for me to put my personal information on Facebook, any of my private matters that's going on, family life, personal life. I don't think that's good at all, because I feel like no one really cares. I've seen matters where people post really, really personal things. And I could understand something like where you need a crowd to help you maybe, and someone starts a GoFundMe for somebody who genuinely needs help. But when you're so consumed by social media to the point where you're putting your personal life on there and your personal business, all of your family business. I've seen people putting their relationship problems on there, family issues, you know, work related issue. I mean, things that when I see it, I'm not really when I see these type of things or these posts, and trust me, I do see them. Number one, really have a I don't really care about it realistically because maybe I don't know the person per se personally. Maybe I'm not so close to the situation. I'm not your immediate family, so I really don't know. I see it there. I don't think people care as much. They probably it's in my opinion, if you don't have my personal phone number to actually give me a call to check on me, I'm not even asking that you even look my way to do anything. I'm not even looking for a happy birthday. I actually keep my birthday off of social media because the people who know my birthday, they know my birthday. If you need a reminder to remember it, and I'm not emotional I don't get caught up in the whole birthday thing anyways. It's not like I care about it that much. It's just another day to me. That's how I feel about birthdays. I'm not a big birthday celebration guy. It's not that big a deal to me. I'll celebrate any day. Realistically, if I feel like doing something, I'll just go do it. I don't feel like I need to have social media tell me happy birthday, or people that probably would not even know that it was my birthday. They wouldn't know, they wouldn't check up, they wouldn't care. If I have a personal family matter, I think the people that matter the most will know. If I have a relationship problem, it's going to be between myself and the person who I'm, in a relationship with. I'm not going to spread per se my business out like that to people who are just really passerbys. They're just there to consume the content. So I do think social media is great for entertainment purposes, but I think so many people sometimes are crying out for help on social media and it's never effective because the people who are consuming it or are looking at it could either find it as not really entertainment. They probably feel bad, but they could look at it as you're crazy. They could look at it as, hey, get some help. They don't, not everyone, majority of people are not going to care, So that's why when something negative is happening, like let's say someone just got hurt or anything like that, people will record it. They're so busy more recording than helping. That's how consumed we are. And then it becomes to a point where how consumed are you on social media to the point where you're never present? You're always just consumed on it. Like how many times are you out with your significant other or out with your family, but yet you're on TikTok or Instagram, but you're swiping up and up. You're never technically ever present, and trust me, I'm guilty of it too. Maybe not as bad as anyone else because I'm more of a person, unless I'm using it. Like for instance, I'll say this. I feel as if social media is great for business. Exceptional. I think it's I think it's great for that to use it to, number one, grow your business, promote your business, for running ads for your business, creating a community, creating social sentiment, building your brand. I think social media is exceptional for those things at all times. So I promote it. If you got a book you're trying to promote, or you have your gym, you're a personal trainer, or you're a chef, you want to highlight your art. You say you have a clothing brand. I think social media is fantastic for those things. What we use it for is, number one, because I think if let's say Facebook was something created so you could start following your friends. You follow your friends, you could be in contact with people that you probably weren't in contact with for years. You can still be in touch. So I think social media does have a great space for that. It's my issue with it is when you're starting to post your personal and private matters on there, and people technically are, I don't feel as if they care as much as you think. Then you're consuming. I'm not a big celebrity guy, meaning I don't believe in celebrities. I don't believe in it at all. I don't believe there's anyone that's at a higher status than anyone technically, right? And no one to me should be worshipped except the good Lord, but to I see people worshiping celebrities and things of that nature. To me, I can enjoy and appreciate the art, which I do. So whether you're a musician, an actor, artist, I do appreciate the art. So I could like your music, things like that. But if I honestly don't know you personally, so I don't see it as, I just see you as another person that's working, and that's it. Like for me, I'm not looking to have fans. I mean, I don't even, I wouldn't even consider myself a fan, that the term fan of anybody. I am someone that could appreciate what you're doing, basically. But when I was a little kid, I might have been a fan of Michael Jackson. When I was a little kid, I was more impressionable. But as a grown man now, no, I'm only a fan of, only person I would call myself even close to a fan of would be my father, and that's it. My parents. But besides that, because they're the real superheroes to me. But someone I don't know who's expressing themselves, which is what I do, right? I like to express myself. I would want people to appreciate my form of expression, basically. So the way I dress, the way I articulate myself, my mindset, I would appreciate people who just appreciate it, right? And you follow me, you subscribe, stuff like that. But I'm not looking at you as a fan of mine. So like, I don't think you really should need someone's autograph. It's like, oh, you just signed off on a piece of thing, and I have to idolize it. I don't think so. Like, I don't even want it realistically, right? That's not the memorabilia that I want. And I used to be a kid collecting baseball cards and basketball cards. And would I still do it now? Yeah, absolutely. But I just appreciate the player. Like, I'm a big fan. I'm calling myself a fan right now. But I am someone who appreciated, like, let's say, Kobe Bryant, right? And don't get me wrong, I'll probably say fan by mistake, but I really don't. It's not really like that with me. But, like, for instance, like a Kobe Bryant, rest in peace to Kobe. I didn't watch the Lakers games probably before, like before him, I would watch Lakers games, and I used to love the Lakers. And I still do love the Lakers. It's just the whole LeBron thing that throws me off right now. It's just a bit much. The NBA is actually throwing me off right now, throwing me off heavy. Like, I think the NBA is so dead right now, so grub, so trash. All this, they just shoot. If you're an NBA fan, you probably, I don't know, maybe you love it. But I'm so used to that grind and that the defense and there was a little pushback. Now it's like go up the court, shoot, shoot, shoot. No real defense. I could barely watch it. And I digress. I'll go into something else. But I was watching Kobe Bryant. I thought was poetry on the court. Just his footwork, the way he got to his spot, the way he would, fake off defenders, just doing all these type of stuff. But one thing that impressed me the most about Kobe was the fact that he was so driven. And I used to think, just being impressionable, that, oh man, these guys just hop on the court and they're this good. It's crazy, right? I didn't know. But once I learned what it took for Kobe to be that great, I became very inspired by him. I was mostly inspired by my father because that's who I could see, right? I seen him. He got up, went to work every day, and did what he had to do, so that I picked up a lot of those mannerisms from my father. But when it came to like sports, my dad didn't play sports. He played, he liked soccer and basketball. He did like it, but he didn't play sports. When I looked at sports, I would say Kobe was one of the people who I looked at as. Now, obviously Kobe has since passed, and, it's very unfortunate. It was crazy to hear about it. Once again, I didn't know Kobe personally, but of course you're going to feel for anybody who's going through something like that. I feel for his family, feel for things like that. But I didn't know Kobe personally. So whether I would meet someone like a Kobe or something like that now, I would not be wanting an autograph or anything, or a picture or anything. It would be, hey, I'd see him, If I acknowledge him, I acknowledge him. I just don't. It's not that I'm embarrassed. It's just the idolization of it doesn't make sense to me, right? I don't think I should. I don't feel right idolizing anybody. I just feel like they're humans expressing themselves, doing a craft that they love or that they worked on since they've been kids. I find it commendable. I do admire it, but besides that, I'm not looking to do anything more than that. So would I follow a Kobe Bryant on social media? No, no. Do I watch his highlights on YouTube? Yeah. Do I think it's awesome? So I don't want to contradict myself, but what I'm saying is I'm not over idolizing anyone. All right, whether it's anybody, I love Shaq and any Lakers really. I love them, but I'm not. I don't feel idolizing is healthy. I don't think so. At least I don't feel that way. So I don't have the mindset to idolize anybody. Realistically, I don't go to concerts. I could watch you on TV. Not saying I won't go with my girl to a concert or nothing like that if she really wants to, but for me, it doesn't do anything for me. I'm really focused on myself and what I have going on, realistically. So I don't, if you go on my social, I'm not following, so I have to know you have some interaction with you for kind of us to do that, right? That's just that's my mindset. What I'm saying, and I'm saying that to say this, the social media thing is somewhat, I think, taken overboard, and people have generally just forgot what social media is kind of just there for, right? It's there to socialize, but it shouldn't consume you to the point where, I think at this point where it's hard for us to even walk up and talk to somebody, which is a shame. Because it never used to be that way. So everybody's kind of cooped up in the house. Everybody's stuck on their phones. We've lost the ability to be present, and that's a problem. We could be out to dinner. Everybody's on their phone, and trust me, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am guilty of it, but I try to be very aware and alert that I might be doing that, right? Whether I'm with family or whatever. So I try to be as present as I can when I'm with family or I'm at home and I'm winding down or whatever. I don't want to sit there and just be, because I like YouTube. I love YouTube. I love YouTube more than I would love Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. I find YouTube to be very entertaining when it comes to me learning something new. I find it very entertaining. When I want to learn something new, just YouTube. Like I'm posting this on YouTube, but I'll watch a YouTube video to teach me how to edit or teach me how to do. It's the beauty of having these type of like places to. I know TikTok does that too, but I know YouTube, you could definitely go learn how to cook a meal. Like I've learned so much just on YouTube. Like if I have a car issue, usually you could just find it on YouTube. It's unbelievable because now if you want to do something yourself, you could literally just go look it up and do it. I find that to be so beneficial when it comes to YouTube. Now, Instagram and social, when you're just swiping up, looking at people's stories and looking at their relation, trying to figure out what they're doing in their relationships. And then the worst part about the social aspect of it, it starts playing with your self-esteem too, because you're watching other people probably do things that you're not doing, right? But you don't know how they're doing it or the reason they're doing it. So you tend to start projecting. You tend to look at things and get jealous. If you post a picture and you don't get enough likes, it starts playing with your self-esteem. And even for me, I'll look at it and be like, man, that picture didn't really do that well. I got to shake myself out of it. Like, why do I care, right? And I don't, and I'm not even looking for it to that level, right? But I do say this. Let's say I put in a work on something, obviously when you put it out, you want people to receive it well. So I could understand it from an artist perspective, but some people, they'll just post any picture up and expect 10,000 people to like it. And if they don't like it, then they correlate it with their self-esteem. And that's sad, right? It's now you are becoming consumed, because that shouldn't really be tied to your self-esteem, but it is if you're not getting enough likes. And so Facebook and and all these platforms, they try to minimize it so you wouldn't feel so bad. Like, okay, let's take off the thumbs down. Now you have to heart everything, or you just leave it alone. That way, people's it's they try to mitigate it just because people's self-esteem are tied to it now, and that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So the question is, on Fed's World, the Mobcast, we the mob. What are we gonna do so we can be present, be more present? Try to, yes, use social media, but use it for the right reasons. Use it for reasons that don't mess with you. Use it for reasons that are healthy for you, right? Because there is a healthy way, I feel, to use social media. There's a healthy way to do a lot of things, right? But anything in excess is just, it's no good. It's devastating. It will, destroy your life if you are not using it correctly. So anything in excess, it could be anything, and we all know some things that you could consume that could cause problems in your life. So the question becomes, what are we doing to mitigate those circumstances in that, so we can navigate and we could be present as opposed to not so present, and we're literally just stuck on our phones trying to figure out what the next game plan is, or what's next here, or what are we going to do here. And sometimes all you're doing is just swiping up. And some people, they go on there, like, how many times have you caught yourself? Even your phone knows. I mean, it just tells you how much time you're on there. It tells you what's the first app you open up in the morning, telling you all these things, and you're ever so not present. And if you're not living in the present, then what are you living in, right? And probably a false reality. So we end up either idolizing people or looking at people and thinking that we should have what they have, and we're trying to spin things around so it could be on us and not on them. And then if you do see someone with a car or something that you don't have, or maybe they're taking a vacation or 2-3 vacations, you're trying to find out why. And we all know this about social, right? Social media in general. You can be whoever you want to be on social media. You could be a rock star. You could be the biggest musician. You could be rich. You could be taking trips all the time. You could make it look like you're doing anything, right? You could rent cars to make it look like you're driving a brand new car. It does not matter. You can portray yourself as anything as you want to be. That's why it's never good to be jealous of anybody through the lens of social media, because if you knew any of these people personally, you'd be like, well, it's definitely not portrayed as what you're seeing on social media. It's not the same thing. Like the real reality and social media is not the same thing. You could, because people could portray anything. They could portray happy relationships. They could portray that they're doing super great at their job. They could portray just about anything, and they could curate it and cultivate it so it comes off as very real and realistic until you meet them, and then, or whatever, so don't get caught up in the hype of social media. You must find a way to separate yourself in a way so it does not overly consume you, and that's all you're doing every day, right? But if you're running a business, or you're a personality, you're a brand, you're branding yourself, maybe you're a comedian, maybe you're doing YouTube, or you're a content creator or something like that, or a fashion design, yes, I think social media, I know social media is fantastic for those things. I think your personal life should remain your personal life, and those aren't the spaces to go pass on that type of information. Technically, like I said, if you go look at my page right now, it's not much personal on any one of my pages. It's more just content creating, and I like to motivate. I like fashion. I like art. I like creativity. I really like that, and I like to express myself in different ways. So I don't mind projecting that out because I want people to appreciate that. But when it comes to my personal life, no. Like I don't that I could deal with personally, with the people who are involved. So I think it's a real conversation. Uh, if you're old enough, you got kids. Our kids are in that, like tremendously. They are definitely in that, and we got to mitigate it. We got to figure out ways to that they could, because it's not going anywhere. It's not going away. But how could we use it in a healthy way to make us more productive, but yet we're not tearing down we're not influenced by it to the point where we're tearing down our self-esteem, tearing down how we feel in a day. It's controlling our mood. Anything that controls you like that, you don't want it. It just doesn't make any sense. So like I said, I definitely, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect with social media. I'm not. And I think we all are a bit consumed, but don't look for social media to do anything for you outside of what it's actually intended for. And don't never forget it. All right. You got to have something for yourself, and you should keep that for yourself. No one needs to really know it. Some people they might be laughing. Well, I'm not even going to say something. People could be laughing at you for sure and not really caring and kind of confused as to why you're posting that. And then now you got, instead of one person in your business, you got 1,000 people in your business, right? So, and people are fueled by negativity. They love to see negativity. Once negativity pops up, they're all on it. They want to see it. Everything negative, people want to see it. It's not really that healthy. Not healthy for us as a society. But during the mobcast, we're gonna get it right. No, another motorcycle. It's crazy. I'm in a motorcycle. South Florida. It's crazy. Yeah, but we're gonna get it right. We aren't here to let social media consume us to the point where we're not present. And social media will tend to make you not even be yourself, right? Because now you're consuming other things to the point where you want to copy it or follow. So I don't think it brings on any type of creativity or uniqueness. And you want to be unique. Me, I don't like to be. I'm not saying I can't be inspired by something, but I don't want to follow it. I don't like following trends. Trends aren't for me, right? So I can see a trend, see people doing it. I can't do it. I'm just not that type of person. Like, one thing I always remember is when, and I don't know if everyone, like I don't know if everyone has Popeye. Popeye is probably, I guess, everywhere. It could be. Not 100% sure. I think it would be. That freaking chicken sandwich came out. Man, look. Chicken sandwich. Just a chicken sandwich. I look, and it was all over social media. Everywhere, right? And I went by Popeyes and seen a line wrapped. I mean, it was just wrapped around. I never seen nothing like it. It was so crazy to me, right? Excuse me. I could not believe that so many people were in line to try a chicken sandwich. I couldn't believe it. It was incredible. Oh man. It's incredible to me. I could not believe it was that many people. I mean, I seen lines right. I've never tried one to this day. I still don't know how it tastes. Just the sight of seeing people doing that turned me off. I couldn't do it. I was not going in that line. It's never gonna happen, and it just turned me off. I wasn't gonna ever. To this day, I haven't tried it, so I'm gonna have to luck up and try it. Maybe I'm at Popeyes, but I was never going to wait in line to go see it. So anything that people are too jumpy, like for instance, it could be a new shoe. I better love that shoe that's coming out, or love that up, because I don't really want to look like someone else. So if I see something's too saturated in the market and stuff like that, I don't even want to look at it or go get it, because we're individuals and we should stand out individually, right? And we should like what we like. And not saying that, yeah, if you do really like it, like it. But if you like it just because you've seen it on social media and somebody has it on, or all these people have it, and that's your reason for getting it, damn, well, that's kind of a little disappointing. And I hope we never do that here, ever. Let's never do that. Y'all put that in the comments, man. Look, I would appreciate y'all too if y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me. I would appreciate it, and share this. Share the info, man. I think it's important. If y'all appreciate the content, it's just my views. It's how I think. But this is what I want to bring to the table. I'm all about personal growth. I love, I like to see people doing better. And if I could pass on some information, great. And while I'm doing it, I am going to pass on some information, of course. So personal growth development, things like that, and all type of things that you could be doing to make yourself better. Side hustle, whether it's financially, personally, or even at the workspace. Because I've had that experience, and I understand it to a certain degree. Right, to a lot. I do got a really good understanding on it. So that's why I'm here, just so we could kind of figure out, so we can navigate together and we can all get better together, because I have room to grow. And, I could use the mob, on the mobcast to go ahead and help me grow as well. Right. But I'm here for y'all too. So when it comes to social, it would be just, you'll be at a healthier place if you used it, but used it correctly and not excessively, to the point where you're consumed by it and you're not ever so present. You don't, like, your day is navigate. If they right now, I remember one time something happened with Instagram. I don't know if it was having problems. I'm not gonna lie, I felt it. But I didn't like that feeling though. We know when something's missing, you're just so used to it being there. I just did not like that feeling, and it didn't give me it gave me, like, it almost felt like if it's gone, your day might not go well, which isn't a great feeling, right? Because you always check it to see if it's working again and stuff like that. So it was horrible that it was down. It's like, I don't know, not having Wi-Fi at home now or something. Like, you become so dependent on these things, and that's what kind of sucks. And I hate having to depend on pretty much anything, right? Because I'd rather be able to do certain things and not really depend on it. But yeah, I look at it and I'd be like, man, am I dependent on this? This is, crazy. I don't like the dependency of it. It's crazy, just not great. And y'all gonna be proud of me. I did a 3-day fast. 3 days. It was horrible. It was horrible. But I'm not gonna say it was my first. I've never done a 3-day fast. I fast. Actually fast every day. But this is the first time I've done, like, I spent a whole day and purposely not ate or eaten. I didn't eat anything. It was crazy. I mean, it's you need some discipline for it. You definitely need some discipline, and you're gonna have to be really strong-minded and really want it. It was my first time ever doing it, and I did get through it. So I'm gonna give myself a round of applause. Y'all do the same thing, hopefully, out there. Appreciate y'all. So I would say it was a great reset for me. I've never really given because we just consume food like we're crazy. We eat. I've never been a person that really, like, enjoyed. I'm not a foodie like that. I don't enjoy eating all the time, but I felt the need, because I did intermittent fasting, but I felt the need. I'm like, you know what? I've never given my body just a break, from just consuming all this food, all this because what you're consuming is sometimes toxic too, a lot of it, So I'm like, let me do a 3-day fast, and I'm already skinny, guys. I'm already skinny. Like, I was probably, maybe I was 160, 165. I probably dropped like 10 pounds. It was crazy. Like, then I put on some chick weight. Like, that's what I was. Like, this girl's heavier than me. Like, it's crazy, right? But The first day was a bit rough. Second day was pretty good. Second day I said I felt a little bit. Third day was, oof. It was like I was in my mind. I was thinking, whoa, when is this gonna end? I mean, I had no energy because you're gonna have to do it right. So you're gonna need electrolytes, and you definitely gotta have some electrolytes because just drinking water is not enough. I drank tea. I drank water and tea. Um, I didn't do any smoothies or anything like that. I didn't eat anything. I just drank water, tea. I had some ginger tea, some green tea, but that's it because you can't do anything with calories. So I did that, and I finished the 3 day. So after the 3 day, right, man, let me tell you, I went to a Jamaican spot, got some soup. What else did I get with the soup? I got some soup and some fruit. Tore the soup down. I killed the soup, killed it. But guess what I was craving? I was craving, for some reason, I don't know why, man. I was craving a Chili's triple dipper. Is it triple dipper? Yeah, triple dipper. Right. So like you got the burger sliders with you got the burger sliders, you got the chicken wings, and like these mozzarella sticks. They're like freaking huge. And there was some spicy mozzarella sticks. Oh man. Hey, bro, you talking about what they call it? Food, like and I'm not a foodie like that, man, but I could not stop thinking about a triple dipper. I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And I went and got that thing. I came from my sister's spot, zoomed over this was the next day though, not the day. The night of, I went to go get some soup I didn't want to put something too heavy in my body. I still ate considerably now. Got the soup. This was really good. That soup was fire. 100% on point. Got the soup, tore that down. But the next day, all I was thinking about was that triple dipper. I was like, yo, I got it. I put in my order, blasted over there, got it, I tore that thing to pieces because I lost weight. And one thing about it too, if you're not doing it right, you're not really getting the nutrients that you need. Like, so your hair will be dry, your skin will be kind of dry, like, so you want to keep your vitamins in, so there's a way to kind of properly do it because you're malnourished almost, right? But it's good. It's a good reset. And I made it. So definitely proud of myself for sure. Man, if I want to try that thing, it's crazy. And if you're trying to like lose weight or something like that, you will definitely lose weight, 100%. Like you'll shrink. Some people do it longer than that. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I think 3 days is good enough for me, given my size. I'm a slim. I'm about 6'1" or so, and trust me, I don't need to lose weight. I was not doing it to lose weight. I was just doing it to do a reset. So I might do it once a quarter, or once every couple months or something like that. Just to kind of just reset. And your body heals itself considerably when you're, doing that because, now, because I didn't used to understand it, but your body, while you're eating like that, your body has to work to break it down and to do all these things. I never thought of it that way, but it makes sense to me now. It's like, your body has to work to do that. So what is your body? Like, it's like when you get sick, your body, you tend not to eat because your body doesn't want to work at two things. It's like an army working on two fronts. And then, it's not a good idea. So they'll tend to focus on a place to kind of heal you. Let's fight off this virus, and then you don't eat because they don't. The mission now is for them to go over there and try to do both, and it's just not good, right? You won't heal this fast. So, it kind of makes sense. It definitely makes sense. It makes sense. The human body is amazing. It's crazy. So, just to let y'all know, I did 3 day fast. I'll let y'all know what I'm doing the next one. Y'all might see me come in here and pass out, or maybe not. But either way, I didn't pass out. I actually did pretty well. It was impressive. But back to the topic at hand. Social media, using it correctly. Let's get our businesses going. Let's brand ourselves if we're doing that. If you're a public figure or something like that, or you're doing something creative, let's use it for that. For moving forward, let's use social media for what it's good for, use it for what it's meant to be, not for what it's not. So if you're using it because you want to, you like your family connection and stuff like, hey, yeah, follow your family, but don't have everybody else in your business. I don't think that's healthy. And definitely it has so much great uses, and we tend not to use it for that. So let's see, right? So let's do that, and that is the episode for today. For sure. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really definitely something I really want to talk about. I think more and more people should be aware of it, right? I think just being so consumed by certain things like that, I don't think it's healthy. I think it's pretty bad for us, and I think a lot of us know it, but we still do it. So be present. Start focusing on definitely bettering yourself and accomplishing your goals and being purpose driven and doing what you're supposed to do. And don't let you use social media because it's there. I mean, why not? Right? It does have it has great uses, but just use it in a way that it does not impact your personal life like that, or mess with your self-esteem, or make you, make you feel like you got to keep up with something. I don't think those are really healthy functions of social media. And with that being said, if y'all like if you guys like the content and want to see more of it, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button for sure. You know how it goes. This is how it pushes it out. Share the video. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I'm on everywhere. Snapchat. I'm pretty much everywhere. You guys go follow me. Just put in Feds World Mobcast, and I should pop up on any one of those platforms. And yeah, we at it, man. So y'all know we difference makers out here. This is what we do. This is how we do it, man. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. So it'll be real soon, though. It'll be real soon. Y'all keep it up. Maybe I'll go get me a triple dipper. Yeah.